Cover letters are interesting because a lot of people think that they have to work on one cover letter per position. And I say that with a grain of salt because it depends on if you're applying to the same field. So, for example, if you're applying to all customer service jobs, I don't see the point in putting 20 hours in one cover letter per position. Why not make one general cover letter, which talks about, so it's going to have three parts. The first paragraph is going to have the introduction, introduce yourself, thank them for being able to apply for the position. And then after that, and then state your interest in the position that you want to apply to. The second paragraph, you talk about your experience, your skills, transferable skills, anything that will show that you are really, that shows that you're the best for the job or that you have the experience for the job or you have the skills for the job. And then the last paragraph would be like the conclusion paragraph where you could put something about your personality. So I tell people sometimes put things like, I'm someone who enjoys working with people. I love talking to people. I'm someone who everyone gets along with, add something like that. So at the end part, you could put something like, thank you for the opportunity, sincerely, and your name, and that's it. And then, so if you're applying to a whole bunch of positions in the same field, why not take one general cover letter that you put together and then just switch in and out information? So, for example, if you're applying to a job at a clothing store and a job at a restaurant, what they have in common is customer service. So, you put together a cover letter talking about your experience and your skills and so forth when it comes to the clothing store. So, good customer service, you're someone who speaks well with people, you're someone who can help people of different backgrounds and cultures and so forth. And then take that exact same cover letter and then just switch out information about the restaurant. So then you take out the name of the clothing store, you put the name of the restaurant. You probably, so for example, in the clothing store, maybe you're applying to be a cashier, but at the restaurant, you're applying to be a hostess or a host. So in that case, then with the cover letter for the clothing store, you're probably going to talk a little bit more about your customer service skills, about being able to use computers, about being able to use technology. But then for the host or hostess position, then you are talking more about your ability to work with people. So then you just plug in those little things in there and then you have it. For people who, after graduating from university and then you're going into your careers, you're going to find, especially for your first job, probably, you're literally going to apply for hundreds and hundreds of positions while still having a life on this side. So instead of stressing yourself out and burning yourself out by taking forever to work on one cover letter, try generalizing your cover letter in such a way that you can pull information from it, plug in information into it. And so you can send out maybe like 10 a day as opposed to taking a week to work on one. Um, and then, as I said, what employers especially look for are people who can do the job. So as much as it's very easy to say, oh, I think the employer is looking for someone who's the best, of course. But in the cover letter, that's the part where you talk about what skills you have that you can take into the job, what experience you have that you can take into the job. A lot of people sometimes put way too much information in their cover letter. They go on and on about experience that's probably not relevant. They go on about information that's probably not really that relevant. Stick to the point, stick to the skills, stick to the experience, and that's it. Don't make it a book. It's just one page. And that's what I would say for that.